It would appear I backed into another insane venture. Hello everyone! Welcome once again to the month of discovery. Today on the menu is LCD, Dream Simulator. You may have noticed that that is in fact not a C, but I'm going to say it that way anyway because YouTube. You can see what it actually is right there. Luckily someone actually translated this in English, which is very nice. So let's start. Apparently this is a very trippy game, as the name implies. Because, you know, LCD screens are always glitching out. Ah, you know what it actually means. Anywho. What in the world? Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't supposed to observe that window. Contrary to my belief. Which I assume is the popular belief. The world? Oh, okay. I think this game was actually made by someone's weird dreams. Oh, that's great. A body. It seems to love to jump cut. Oh, geez. Okay, now there are several bodies and they're bigger? This is weird. And the bodies are gone. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Okay, I see. L2 and R2 are how you strafe. Unfortunately, you cannot move forward and strafe at the same time. So no circle strafing here. Not that you'd probably need to anyway. This is one trippy game. And I assume it's more of a casually focused game. Some may even call it an early example of a walking simulator. Oh wait, no, you technically can circle strafe, you just can't... you can't strafe and go forward at the same time. I don't even know what I would even call that, in terms of terminology. Nice shadow banding, though. Almost reminds me of Doom, and I see there's a bridge overhead, and a lot of streetlights. What kind of trippy place is this? What, I tell you? It's almost a shame that it was during this era that this game was made. Can you imagine if there was more powerful hardware to represent this person's dreams? I can only imagine if this was from PS4 era or something. What the? I hear water. Or something splishing. What the? What's that noise? Whatever it is, it's getting louder. Oh, my footsteps are getting more frantic, I see. I'm not sure if that represents something, but, I'm afraid to find out. Oh, I see. What in the world? A soda can. Almost looks like a Coca-Cola can. For some reason, those shadow cascades made me think it was a river or something. Oh, okay. Yep, there's an ocean. Sort of. A square space of ocean. Which I assume is only that way because of system limitations. Or maybe when this person was dreaming, it was legitimately just a square. Oh, great. Now we're here again. Fantastic. It's time to resume the madness, children. Or ladies and gentlemen. Not so much children. Now I'm back here again? Well, okay. I guess you decide which dream you want to enter into, don't you? Except now there's music, so that's great. What the? Okay. Neat. What in the world is this? Upper, downer... What the hell? Oh, okay, that was just day one, I guess? This is madness. Madness. This is Dream Simulator! Or Dream Emulator, I don't remember which one it is. What the? If I had to guess, this is live footage of something. Because I don't think CGI was that good. Then again, I honestly can't tell because of how pixelated and low res it is. It could be CGI. In fact, now I'm beginning to think it is. But I can't be sure. Maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on... It's my own eyes playing tricks on me. And my own tongue, too. Because I have no idea what I'm even saying anymore. That's how enwrapped in madness I am. Oh, that's lovely. Upper, downer, dynamic, static. What? How do you even adjust this, if you even can adjust it? I would not know. And now we're on day 3. Wunderbar. Are you ready to begin? Down this madness? Evidently either this is some kind of hub world to go between dreams, or this guy had dreams about this house for some reason. Then again, I have a lot of weird dreams like that too. Oh, that's magical. Is that a big-ass chimney on that house? I can't even tell. I can't even see the top of it. Look around. Look at all this. This is insanity. Requiem. Requiem for a dream. Man, I feel sorry for whoever... I almost feel sorry for whoever has trippy dreams like this. And apparently remembered them vividly enough to make a video game about it. Actually, well, technically it's not really nightmares, so maybe I shouldn't feel sorry, but, you know... Someone has an active imagination, to be sure. And you can tell that this emulator isn't exactly correcting the perspective, either. Because... Actually, in a way, that's good, you could argue. Because the fact that it's warping the textures around, because that's how the Ps1 do, it actually adds to the dream, because it makes it look even trippier. This may be the perfect game for the Ps1. It's like... It could only work properly on the PS1. Just because if it was on a more powerful system, it wouldn't be able to represent that trippiness nearly as well. You know, as if these weird faces on who even knows what the hell that is. As if that wasn't freaky enough. Statues? Can't wait to see what other madness we fall into. Oh, now we're in the desert. And I've been to the desert on a horse with no name, but I really could use some rain. Oh, this isn't the desert. There's grass here. Unless it's a desert connected to a forest. In which case, well done. You outpaced Minecraft by a decade or two. What's next? What in the hell is this? A train? A demonic train from hell? Maybe I should chase the train. Come back here, you train of mysteries, as I walk across stitched across faces. Or at least those look like faces. The train of acid. Yes, I had to chase the train. I had to catch my train. I was running late. Don't you understand? Uh-oh. The dream is breaking down. There are just cliff sides everywhere. The dream world is collapsing in on itself. Things have become too mad for too long. Well, that's nice. What kind of weird noise is that? That doesn't sound like wood. Almost sounds like you're walking across tape. which doesn't give me confidence in that bridge, to say the least. This may not have very much in terms of gameplay, but holy crap, is it ever trippy. This is how you do a game like this correctly. Well, properly, I would argue. Because it keeps you captivated. What kind of weird tree is that? But then again, this is on the PS1, so what do I expect? I'm sure this isn't exactly how it looked in his dream, but he had to, you know, compromise with system limitations and all that. You can sort of get a good idea of what he must have seen in that dream. Probably. Oh, that's wonderful. Now we're in the dynamic portion, it would seem. It's time for day 4. Day 4 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go down the rabbit hole of madness. This perverse insanity is yet to begin. It seems there's some sort of body of water at the end of all this, as twisted music plays in the background and permeates my very soul. What sort of twisted monstrosity concocted such a thing? What sort of intoxication could inspire such crazy, abstract chaos? I don't even know the right words. I am attempting to come up with the right words, but I'm finding myself coming up quite short. For what could describe such insanity, such madness, such chaotic randomness? Stanley pondered that to himself, as he began to sound like the narrator because he has come up with no more words to say. Only a shame this game wasn't made with dual analog in mind so that I could look up and down. Because I'm sure that Skybox is somehow even more crazy. But that would be beside the point, wouldn't it? What in the world is that? Is that an iceberg? Are we approaching an iceberg? Or is it merely too bright to get a good grasp on things? That might just be it. I have no idea what that is attempting to display to me. My imagination shall have to fill in some kind of void. What in the world is that? Is that God from Majora's Mask? Because honestly, it kind of looks like it. Maybe just the fact that their heads stick out, it makes it look like they're wearing masks. You know, like those creatures did. Upon closer inspection, they appear to be lions. But are they friendly? Are they benevolent lions, or are they merely here to cause my demise? We shall find out. Hello. Oh, they pushed me backward. So, that's all they're there for, they push you. The lions want to push you around because they believe themselves to be king of the jungle. Well, I think not, you miscreant! You pathetic brute. You shall not know the truth! I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but you'll never reach the truth regardless. I'll never reach the truth of just how crazy I'm sounding. This looks like lava, and yet it does not matter, I still walk across it. Although maybe it only looks like lava because of the texture warping. Because when you actually stop moving, it's not doing anything. If it's lava, then it is static lava. Also, it has just now occurred to me that there is a very aggressive sun. Or at least it's shining aggressively. Almost looks like a UFO. The insanity truly is getting to me. I'm not even sure what I'm walking on. Whatever I'm walking on, it can't be good. It probably isn't something that man should ever walk upon. Upon closer inspection, it might just be rock. But that is beside the point. It looks hot to the touch, is my point. Although there appears to be some kind of pyramid. I'm not sure if it was deliberately intended to be that way, or if it is merely system limitations. Although you would think they wouldn't take the time to make it jagged cascading like that, if it was meant to be more of a free flow. So maybe it was intended to look like a pyramid, I have no idea. There's no telling what sort of madness lies beneath this whole thing. Perhaps there is no underlying point. Perhaps the whole point is that this is just random chaos. It's just some deluded man's fantasy. Well, this is the product of dreams, so, you know. Oftentimes, dreams can be very chaotic and unpredictable. And somehow your brain rationalizes all of it. Of the dreams I do remember, I do recall things getting very random and chaotic. And then my brain just justifies it somehow. It would appear we've reached the end of that particular venture. Now let us find what awaits us next. More cityscapes, it would seem. Oh, that's lovely. All of this is just lovely, isn't it? Now, what could this be? Memories of this person going inside a museum or something? Or perhaps not. Perhaps this was fueled by dreams of a movie or something of that nature. Who even knows anymore? The only thing that is certain is that nothing will be normal. That is one thing I can be certain of, that this is not normal. This is insanity requiem. Oh. I see we're back here. This has become the hub, it would seem. Dreams within dreams, what is this, Inception? I mean, for real. And now the sun has turned blood red. I'm sure that's a sign of things to come, isn't it? Because when the sun is blood red, and there are lions that are aggressively on the prowl for my flesh, I'm sure things will turn out well, won't they? Is there even any end to this? I mean, I must give the developer props. Even if there is a clear draw distance, it's rather impressive for a PS1 game. Who'd have thought a PS1 is probably the closest that I've seen to a PS1 open world game. And I mean for real. Although, then again, maybe there's also Silent Hill, so maybe I should not be that impressed. Silent Hill had rather a lot to render out for PS1 standards as well, so yes, now that I think about it, Silent Hill is the far more impressive open-world game. So I don't know what I was saying, but my point remains the same, that this goes on for quite a while. Quite a while longer than you would expect a PlayStation 1 game to. You know what I'm saying? I assume it's just because, unlike a PS1 game, in your actual dreams you can see for miles. This is probably just what he remembers seeing. Like some kind of cliffs off in the distance. And maybe some kind of mountains. Maybe he didn't actually travel this far in his dreams, but he saw them in the distance and thus they must be represented. You know? Uh-oh. Something is shaking. I can hear it all around us, the rumbling, birds, everything. This is crazy. What could that sound even be coming from? Is it the birds? The birds are the only things that are around here. The lions aren't around here. It seems we have finally reached the end of that particular one. Day 5. Requiem for a Dream. Oh, this is lovely. This appears to be some kind of town, yet there's also some kind of strange head in the background that compels me towards it. I assume that's the point. But this definitely looks like a more city district. Or perhaps I'm just reading too much into things. If I had to guess, those trees right there are cherry blossoms. It would make sense, would it not? they are native to Japan, as far as I can tell. So yes, it is in fact very logical, I would say. As would this particular style of house, with the paper door sliders and all that. Look at that head. It's rather peculiar. Behold all of this. I am getting stuck in places that I did not even know existed. Now what could those be statues of? Foxes? Well, there does seem to be a theme in Japanese games, or at least somewhat. I'm mostly thinking of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, with foxes and kitsune, which is basically foxes with multiple tails. Although, I mean, if you wanted to go there, there's Naruto, which also had a kitsune, a multi-tailed fox beast. But that is beside the point. That one has red ears for some reason. Could there be some kind of significance to this? All I know is that those red poles are now guiding me towards them. It's almost as if the game is using landmarks to catch my attention. Then again, odds are his dreams were trying to compel him a certain way as well. A red archway. What could that signify? I must know! But then again, I'll probably never get an answer. What the? Extraordinarily giant people. Either that or those are more statues. I have no idea. Although the one to the right is significantly shorter. Closer to my own height, no doubt. I have no idea what this could be signifying, but I shall investigate nonetheless. Post haste. Since the game is clearly compelling me in this direction. I shall follow them and see where it leads. Let us see if this actually occurs. If this leads me anywhere interesting. That is quite a large house that they're heading towards. Yes. Clearly following them into there is my destiny. Excuse me, you two. I want to say ladies, but I don't want to be rash. And it would seem the taller one is just going to slam right into it. Without a care in the world. Now what awaits me in this hell? What? Oh, okay. I was beginning to wonder. It would seem they've gone. But of course, they led me astray and now they've abandoned me. That's a real shame. And now I'm all by myself in a grass field. Who knows what kind of madness will await me in this next adventure? It is rather curious. Ooh, I saw the part where it actually calls out. It doesn't quite do a good enough job at... Well, I would say it's because I'm using an emulator, but it is in 4:3 ratio, so... This probably would have been possible on the original Ps1 too. It's not quite hiding the fact that it's calling out things off screen. Because if you look at it from certain ways, you can see it at the edge of the screen. But I suppose that's beside the point, isn't it? And there appears to be a fog... There appears to be a light fog over everything as well. More of a turquoise fog. It's rather intriguing. And of course this is a grassy plain with trees everywhere. And of course the familiar sight of cliff sides. I get the feeling this guy was very familiar with cliff sides, or at least experienced them quite often in these dreams. Perhaps that is a lack of control, or at least the feeling of a lack of control. Like his world is coming apart at the seams. At least that's what it would seem like. Perhaps I'm reading too much into things, but still. I just find it interesting. Especially that sound it makes when you walk across them. Oh, those are some interesting sounds. That's magical. That's fresh. I see there is a road of some kind. even if it's just made out of dirt. What's with the statue? That is also made out of brick. I'm not familiar with what that may symbolize, but... Oh, I see. Some kind of winged creature. I'd best stay out of its path, if I know what's good for me. Oh my, where did it go? Is it directly above my head now? I have no idea, but I shall flee this madness post-haste. This has been a rather peculiar game, to say the least. I'm tripping out, man. I'm back here. What happens if I leave the way I came? What then? Do I ruin your little sequence of events? Only one way to find out. I'd like to return to normalcy. Expected normalcy, anyway. Oh, I see. I return to this place. I don't return to that city. This isn't the same one as I assumed it was. This is its own area. Very interesting. And of course, there's another cliff leading into the abyss. What happens if I just fall off the edge? It's time to die. Oh. That's apparently the solution. Who knew? You have to throw yourself over the ledge and die. What the? Well, at least I'm back in a town environment, even if I can't actually enter any of the houses. Although there's a colossal titan in the background. Jeez. And whatever that creature is, it has the third eye and it appears to be crying blood. I'm not sure if I really want to be screwing around with that creature or not. I can't decide. I probably don't. I'll just stay out of its way. It can keep moving forward if it wishes. Do not worry, creature. I am not here as your enemy. In fact, I kind of sympathize with your plight. Whatever it may be. It has no feet, either. It is merely a floating apparition. But you wouldn't know that unless you allowed it to pass. Oh, I see. It's still moving forward, it's just no longer making noises. Isn't that lovely? No, let's speed things along a bit. It took me this long to decide to do this. No offense, game, but, there comes a point where you must move things along. This again? Perhaps I should put the frame rate limiter back on because of the music. A river. With the rocks arranged in a neat pattern. This is interesting. What could this tree represent? An oasis? Or perhaps it represents nothing and I'm just reading too much into it. But that is beside the point. In fact, there isn't much point to this. I assure you. Does it look like there's any point to this madness? No, I say. There is no point. Is that a turret? Like a sentry or something? Oh, I see. It's a bell. Do not ask for who the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Yes, I make random quotes to try to sound smarter. Isn't that magical? Okay. Let's see what else we can discover with what little time we have left. Well, if you don't like it, you can talk to the hand. It would appear I backed into another insane venture. Yes. Just like last time, except it's actually clearer now. I can see clearly now, the fog has mostly gone. I will fall over the edge, all I want. Now what could day 7 entail? This is trippy. block reaches ever further. This can't possibly be CGI, can it? It looks like it was staged. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that this was CGI'd. Considering when this came out. That looks way too lifelike. But unfortunately, my time has expired. I'm going to have to say that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like dreams of insanity. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one. And have a nice and very pleasant day.
If you enjoyed the content and want to stay up to date, I upload 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon, or just check out the end screens right here.